Four,
Five.
five. Hello guys, so this is Dr. Priyanka, and as I have shared, hi, and that's Matthew and Matthew's mom and Dr. Harish.
Hi everyone.
So as I have shared couple of videos before, so we are spreading awareness. We have taken this initiative to spread awareness, hi, for the upcoming CP day, and there is lot which people don't know about special kids and how the thing works with them, and there are a lot of misunderstandings. So we have taken this initiative to spread the awareness, and let's go ahead with that. So Harish will take it ahead, and thank you so much guys already.
Yeah. So Dr. Harish here from Baby's Castle, and the video is all about CP, what we call as cerebral palsy. So in India, 3rd October is taken as National CP Awareness Day, and whole of India there will be a lot of events going on throughout the day where people will be talking about inclusion, advocacy, and supporting for families, children, and adults with CP. So that is one of the occasion why we are doing this video here. And of course, Sunday coming this weekend, 6th of October, is World CP Day. So you see, both the events are lined up, and when I say World CP Day, there would be events taking globally at global initiative. A lot of people will come together, join hands to support CP awareness, and this is our initiative from BB's Castle. And we have our dear parent who has been associated with us for almost 3 to 4 years, and I personally know them for almost 6 to 7 years. So the whole idea of this video is breaking the myths of what people have the mindset about special needs children, how important parenting is, and how the community should really focus or see when it comes to disability. So just to put few real facts about CP. So as per the statistics, it says that 3 out of 1,000 births in India are in risk of developing CP. So that's quite a lot. So what does the statistics also say when we calculate the amount of disability, the number of disabled, and if we categorize as children with physically handicapped, 15 to 20% of that population is diagnosed with CP. So that's a huge number we are catering, or we should be looking at to bring about a difference. So let's come to Mrs. Sanika, Matthew's mom here. So tell me, Mama, you have been a parent to both a special child and a normal child. Your daughter is normal and Matthew falls into category of special need child. How different your role has been when it comes to parenting?
Well, I have never taken a different, like both I have treated both the same. Neither I have treated him as special, neither I have treated my daughter as special. Both were same to me, but I had told my daughter that I'll give more time to Matthew than to you because he really needs me more than you. But never she had a jealousness or something about Matthew.
Right, right. So tell me something. When you see other children doing so much, and when it comes to Matthew, how do you frame your mind in that aspect? Because there is always social pressure, family pressure. That your child cannot do this, he cannot do that. So how do you cope up with that?
Go to see my family has always supported me. Never we compared my son to another child. Neither I told my son, okay, he can do better than you, or like never. I've always told him you can also do it,
Right.
and you are doing it. And I've always till this date I tell him you can do everything, but you only want like mama to do for you.
Correct.
But I've never compared my son with any children, with any CP child, or
Right.
okay, that child can do better than you. No,
Right.
I've never compared.
Right.
He's the same like how other children are.
Right, right. So just to give an overview, CP is basically a neurological condition, and this happens because of any injury to the brain before birth, during birth, or after birth. And what happens is, based on the extent of injury, the child may have physical involvement or cognitive involvement, or a combination of physical, cognition, social milestones, and speech and communication may get affected. So tell me something. Now we come back to you because we know it's a brain related problem. What was the history about? Like, what happened exactly?
Well, when I was pregnant till 8, like almost going to be 8 months, I had stress. My in-laws stress I had, and in 8 months my son was born, which he was not supposed to be born on that in that month.
Right,
But which hospital I had gone, they took good care of me,
right,
and he was on the ventilator for almost 2 months.
right.
After the ventilator, he came, and then the doctor. He was a serious child, and there was no hope of him to like come
Yes,
come
yes.
alive. But I thank the hospital staff and all who has helped me a lot with my son. When they told me that your son is going to be in this situation, but they did not tell me exact what it was. After 3 months, I came to know that my son is a CP child, which I never knew what it is, CP
Right,
child.
right.
So the doctor took me to a room and told me that so and so thing it is, this is affected to the brain and all. Where I accepted him since he was born, because after all he's a child and it is not his fault who has come to the world in this situation.
Right.
So I have always accepted him, and till this date I always I told him, you are never a burden on us, you are a flower in the house. So as you water a plant and you see the flowers coming up, and that way we are taking him to the for therapy, doing whatever we can do.
Right.
And the doctor kindly, like he was a very kind doctor who explained to me exact what is a CP child and what it is, what will happen further. But I have accepted him for whatever he is,
Right.
and I'm happy with my son very much. And we both parent, my husband and myself, we have accepted him like how you treasure some gold or something in your house, and that way we have treasured him in our
Right,
heart.
that's fantastic. So what I understand is, it's a long journey, in terms of rehabilitation, in terms of support. Tell me something, how important family support is when we cater to special needs children, because in my 10 years of journey with working with children with special needs, it's only the mothers, who are so much involved. Of course, fathers do have to take responsibility of the finances and the stability, but on the contrary, when we talk about in-laws, the siblings, how important is the family support system?
How to say, like, okay, I will tell both. Actually, the full family should be in supporting the child, not only the parents.
Correct.
And especially if they have the mother-in-law or the father-in-law, or the, like, who's ever in the house, they should encourage the parent or the
Correct.
to do, no, this child is ours. Don't
Right.
don't feel it different among the other child. If you have
Exactly.
a normal child, never feel the difference between, and don't reject these children. Bring them in the front. If you all reject the normal child, no problem. But do not reject these children, because these children are the ones in future. They are the ones who will give you all, how you say, like I don't know what word to use, but it will be like a bloom in the house, like. So never reject, and
Right.
especially both husband and wife. I will say both husband and wife. You all come together. If the husband rejects the child, and or the wife reject, the child will never come up. You do how much of therapy, do whatever you want, but the child will always say to himself, either of my parents are not accepting me, I will not come up to this state. So both, please, both the parents, join yourself and come and help the child. No matter, it is not the child's fault, and do not abuse the mother, because the mother never knew what it was.
Absolutely.
And the mother, please do not abuse the father also, because both of y'all don't know what it is. Let it be. Whatever has happened, it's gone.
Right.
Because I have forgiven whatever has happened to me. And to this date, I got a very nice son who is coming up with the help of the doctor's therapy. And whatever we are doing, it is working on him. Because why? We both the parents have really joined. And plus my family, my sister, my brother-in-law, who has always given us a support and pushed us, go in the front and do whatever you want, and do, both the parents, please, and the family, support these children. It is a very nice, if you all support these children, God will really bless you all, and will see the difference between the child.
Right. Right. So something to add on to that, as in our day-to-day life, in the fast-paced activities and our routine, we are always stressed about something or the other. And as a therapist, of course, we teach a lot to the children, but there is always a written giveaway from the children to me, and I always seen so many children always smiling. No matter what they are going through, I always see these children smiling, and that really adds to a new motivation for me to do better. So what do you feel, Priyanka? You like this has been a special journey for you also once you started Baby's Castle.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I was very keen on, having special kids and the normal kids together under
Right.
one roof. People have raised a lot of questions for this whole idea of having both the genre of the kids
Yes.
in under one roof, because
Yes.
I think Mumbai or India, it's the first center who cater the different kids in the one roof. And when I started, I wanted to break the mindset basically. It is a mindset
Right.
that it's a mind block that because when the society, the way mother said, like you said that it's the mother and the father both have to accept, the same way the society has to accept. It's
Correct.
not just the mother and the father. The mother and father already have that you know unconditional love for the child, so
Right.
come what may, they will but what happened is, what I realized as a third person who is catering to this kid, is the society. Society is not accepting this kids openly, not because of anything, just because of lack of awareness. That is the only, they see, we all are human, we all are sensitive, humanity is our backbone, so we love all of this kid. It's just that there is something that maybe that is unawareness, or they don't know what CP is all about, what has gone wrong with the child, they don't know the cause, and maybe they are scared of the fact that it shouldn't hurt their kids or something like that. I don't know what exact the factor is, but the point is the awareness is not there. And I think, and I hope, and my fingers are crossed, once the awareness goes to each and every one of them in society, we as a community should come together, support them, and make sure that we comfort them, so that mother and father are so comfortable that it becomes easy for them to help the child and support the child, because their journey is more difficult than our journey. I have a son who is 5 years old, so he is independent, he can do everything on his own, but still, as a parent, as a mother, I know I have to run behind him, though he is independent. But these kids, they are not independent, they need someone's support, they need the mother or the father to be around them 24/7 to take care. So imagine the amount of energy as a parent they put into, like parenting for this kid, the amount of care they give for this kids is like tremendous. And I have a different respect for all of them. They have taught me a different meaning of parenting. Like 3 years back, before Baby Castle didn't exist, I was like, yes, I'm doing the best, and because all mothers want to do, and they give their best to the child. This is what I believe in. But when I started with Baby's Castle, and we started catering special kids, I started dealing with them, I started sharing. So I have a special place in my heart for them, all of them. I love them unconditionally. They have taught me a different meaning of life. Today my values have changed, the way I look towards humanity has changed, and the credit goes to them, no one else. They give me strength, they give me motivation. If I'm not happy or anything, if I'm in stress, all I want to see is their face, and that smile lit up my whole aura around me, and I feel happy. So guys, you should experience the same, and you should let your kids experience this, mingle around them. There is no harm, and it's the most beautiful experience you can ever have in your life. Trust me on that. So that is what I would like to
So
share.
really, for me also, I feel there is nothing called as disability. Really, it's all,
Yeah.
everyone are blessed with their abilities, and instead of looking at their limitations, we should only look at the positive and the possibilities what each child can have blessed with, and push it ahead. What I understand is what she rightly said is being insensitive would be something which I would call it as a disabled person, where they don't have that sensitivity towards humanitarian grounds or understanding. And I think life is all about giving, end of the day, which would only amplify, the more we give, the more we get.
Exactly. Yeah.
that way. Yes.
And one question, I like to say one thing. When you all see this way children on the road with their parents or traveling anyway in the train, buses, don't stare at those children.
Yeah.
It does not look nice because the children, they themselves feel, why are the people looking at me?
Exactly.
Is something
They'll be
different?
rejected.
It like they're feeling like they are rejected from this world.
Exactly.
Please do not look at them like that way. If you ever see, okay, hello them and all, but don't keep staring and then you all whisper to each other because the child understands.
Right.
These children are very special. They are very sensitive children and they can feel what you are talking.
Right.
So please, I am talking to you on this video. Please do not take these children
Right.
for a wrong way and don't treat them like, okay, you're not different. This is not a spreading disease.
Exactly.
It's
not
just something
contagious.
because of their brain.
Right.
But they can do everything as normal children can do. Only the thing they need help from us.
Right.
Yes, that's it.
That is only the thing. And please, parents both, mother and father, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, please accept these children. Whoever's in the house, do not throw these children in one corner. Even the mother and father, if you are going for any function, please take these children along. Do not feel shame or do not feel shy of these children.
Right.
Because these children are the best in the house. And I'm very grateful to the Lord. I thank the Lord for giving me this child. Until this date, I whisper in his ears that you are the best child in this world. And you are the cutest child in this world. So keep on whispering this in your children's ears. You see the difference between the previous and now. And both mother and father come together to accept this child.
Right.
They are our pride.
Yeah,
Right.
these are your pride children, and it's really a very nice to have these children in the house.
Right. A little more of
Absolutely.
technical question to you,
Yes.
Priyanka.
Okay.
You know, when you started, what you mentioned is when you started Babies Castle and you wanted to, as a part of awareness, you wanted to have as an inclusive setup where we have special needs children and the younger babies.
Yes.
But I think over a period of time we have realized something which is very important, and I think we are going to tap that. CP, what injury happens in the brain is very static and only for that time. You know, so and we all know brain can change. So early therapies, early interventions, right approach, right
Absolutely.
teamwork with goal-oriented, rehab and family support will only help the child to excel and come to their highest potential. But in today's date, what I understand is intervention and detection has always been a highlight. I think it's a high time we should look at preventing such things by healthy motherhood and baby care, and I think that is something which is very important. When we are catering with younger babies in today's date, where India being one of the countries with highest population, and there is always a risk of the disability rates going high with the changes and advancement in technology and so many things happening.
Absolutely.
So this is something which is like a big boon what we are doing. If we can tap the younger babies, so many things can be reversed when it comes to disability and impairment.
And we
So,
have
you
so
know,
many cases
exactly.
in the center where they were detected early,
Exactly.
just by mistakenly, or they randomly came up, and we picked them up, that early detection cases, and they are doing wonders just because we detected them, or they were screened at the right
age,
time.
yes.
And we were able to do so much better with the child. The achievement that these kids are showing, it is like
Yeah.
a miracle
So
for sure.
what I understand is really, every baby born should undergo these screening assessments, as a part of their developmental assessment. Because with so many pediatric conditions and neurological conditions on a high, there are some conditions which can start showing symptoms after 2 years of age, like when we talk about autism or ADHD. But these things can be picked up at very young age after birth through their movements. So I think this is also a part of our campaign where we start these detection programs and developmental screening, which maybe we can share again in coming week and talk in brief how it would help the children and babies. So what's the message? You tell me, or Mama can say to the community.
Yes,
What do
to
you
the
want to say?
community. One
Few
message.
lines about
So this is an
your
awareness
perspective.
program. So
Okay, my first message is, do not take any advice from outside people. If anything you want for these children, please go to the doctors, because no one will give you advice proper than the doctors. Because doctors are there for us to give. If you want any question, go and talk to the doctors. Because doctors are the ones who will guide you properly. If someone tells you go massage, no, do not listen to anyone, direct to the doctor. And one thing I want to tell is that enjoy your children in the house, especially these children.
Yeah. So I think acceptance is the key.
Yes.
Yes.
Teamwork is the key, and being
Acceptance
realistic.
by each
Absolutely.
and everyone
Each
from
of us.
Your family.
yeah, from the family, society, community,
Everybody, yeah.
everyone have to accept this open-heartedly.
Absolutely.
Is what
Absolutely.
the whole motto is all about.
So thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Matthew, for being here
Oh,
as
such
well.
a cutie.
And we had to
Thank
shoot
you,
this
Mira.
video post this therapy session. So thank you so much for that. And I would request all the viewers, to share this video, talk about this, and help us to reach
Future
more
we bring
families
more
and
videos.
hopefully bring about more better change in coming
In the
time.
coming years, yes. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and do please share and spread the awareness, because the whole idea is about awareness, and if you guys will not share it, the awareness is of no use. So please guys do share and do spread the word.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. Say thank you, Matu.
Thank you, say hi. See, even you saying thank you.